And, the hope is that the AI machine will not destroy everything. That's the hope. And then when the deal comes, we'll be like, all right, cool. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay because AI can do really bad things. I mean, if you ask Robin Williams' daughter, that's a true thing, or Tom Hanks, because there's stuff going on right now with AI that I laughed about, that Tom Hanks actually had this AI commercial come out for a dental company. And everyone's like, oh, Tom Hanks is doing an AI dental plan commercial. And then he's like, no, guys, I'm not. And Tom Hanks actually said, beware, there's a video out there promoting some dental plan with an AI version of me. I have nothing to do with it. And then and the fact is, they pushed a picture up there. I can show you the picture he put up there. But I was laughing because I'm like, it looks like, young version of Tom Hanks, maybe a little bit of Colin Hanks in there too, But they were putting this out there today, and he has to put this news out being like, no, that's not me. But also it's funny because there was somebody else talking about this today too, and that was Robin Williams' daughter. And she was saying that her husband, her dad, actually, his likeness has been used. Well, the voice that is, people have been using his voice to replicate whatever they want him to say. They're using AI to make his voice. And she said, it's scary. She said, I've already heard AI use his voice to say whatever people want. And while I find it personally disturbing, the ramifications go far beyond my own feelings. Living actors deserve a chance to create characters with their choices, to voice cartoons, and put their human effort and time into the pursuit of performance. Again, she's saying that AI shouldn't be doing this, and again, her father was very influential. And it sucks. I can't imagine what that's like especially because Robin Williams had the whole thing being like, nobody can use my voice or my likeness. See, it was a contract when his death, it was like 20 years or something like that he had signed on in his will, so they couldn't reuse his likeness. And there are people are using AI though, and how do you fight that? And even Tom Hanks was saying the same thing. How do you fight it? It's a legality thing. He goes, it's really creative. There's a lot of art to it, but there's a lot of legalities to it. So I don't know. I think this is just pushing forward where this is going right now with the AI stuff. Hence why SAG is working towards this, because you see it's already slipping through the cracks where stuff is happening like this. People are thinking that's actually Tom Hanks, People would probably think that that's actually Robin Williams doing those voiceovers. Doing all that stuff, But it's not him. So it's a scary time, and it's something we got to be thinking about as we're moving forward with these contracts and with everything we put out there, right, Sabrina? Because there's whole films that are doing this. Do you think that this is just like the breadcrumb of this huge thing that's going to be happening? That there's going to be more AI coming because we're going to see more stuff like this slipping through the cracks?
I mean, I hope not. That's really a huge violation of your person. I don't understand how they could just do that. There has to be a legal situation where he could sue them or has to get it pulled down, or is there not? Is it a loophole? I don't know. I don't understand. But it's really fucking scary. And also randomly, I was driving to work this morning and I was listening to TuneIn, and there's some commercial for a country music station that really sounds exactly like Tom Hanks. I don't see his face, so I don't know if it's him, but it was also creepy. And when you said this, I was like, oh my God, I wonder if they're doing the same thing. I don't know. It was for some country music station. It was ridiculous.
That's how Tom Hanks feels about it.
Queen Glamazona, my darling, hello. You're absolutely right. It's hard to, having things come out without promotion is definitely a problem. It's an issue. I was really excited to see The Creator. I'm still going to see it, but it has been getting some seriously mixed reviews and not a lot of box office presence. Also, they did for Polar Express, but that was, with his consent, and, they were using his voiceover, you know what I mean? So that's a little bit of a different situation. But then just taking people's voice and taking people's images and recreating things is absolutely awful. There has to be something. There really has to be something that you could do about this. And not even just with the actors' contracts. Once that's worked out, that's a different ballgame. But legally, can a random dentist company piece together your image and use your fucking voice?
That's a good question. I wouldn't think so. And that's what I'm saying. That's why these contracts are so important right now.
High too. Tom Hanks. I mean.
He won't notice.
They should have picked Joe Jonas or something. I mean, I don't know. Seems weird. I don't like it.
I know. It's crazy. Paul, what do you think? Do you think that more of these things are going to happen regardless of this contract happen? Or will the contract actually stop this from being a thing that's going to get out of hand? Did we lose Paul?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm having some other difficulties. Whatever. I think the AI is scary. When it comes down to it, this whole thing is it shouldn't happen. They should not have to go through having their loved ones who were, these icons in the past being taken advantage of after they're gone. And that seems like what they're doing. And it kind of reminds me of not exactly AI, but they used the technology to bring back George Reeves to be Superman in The Flash.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are upset about that because George Reeves was vehemently against playing Superman. He wasn't a fan of doing it. So it's like almost being forced back into being a character. It's so weird.
Yeah, you're right about that George Reeves thing. The George Reeves is just like, and that's Uncanny Valley too. And that's also like, there was one other person from Stranger Things. I think the creator of Stranger Things put it out when the Duffer Brothers image, like, if we don't get actors back, we're going to have actors like this. And they posted a picture of the actors like all AG or CGI AI built, and it looked ridiculous, And it's like, nobody wants that. And it's just, there's a lot of these actors, they don't want that when after they die. They want to be, that's it. That's their performance. But unfortunately, like Tom Hanks said, after he's dead too, they could be doing this too. He's like, it's a weird time. And he's like, you can't really, like, how do you stop it unless you get a fair deal where it gets taken care of? But then there's still people out there independently that be using it all the time. George Reeves looks terrible. He did look terrible. He did. Yeah, he did look terrible in that. It was just like, it looked horrible. Everybody, even Nick Cage, who actually filmed material for the movie, it looked horrible in that too. It's like, how they actually filmed something and they look like they just CGI'd him after the fact? It's just odd to me. But that's what the thing is. It's like the way of cutting corners, making things cheaper, and people think, oh, it'll just work. It'll just work. It's there. It's not there. And even when it's in there, you're losing a lot of people's like personality and the humanity in their performance too. It's gonna take a big lawsuit. The name to star and stop it. GR says, yeah, you're right, GR. It could. Someone like Tom Hanks, maybe he'll go after these people. You never know. A lot of CGI cameos. Yeah, you're right, Richard Tracy. The CGI cameos were the worst in The Flash.
CGI in general, I guess, was very terrible in The Flash.
Yeah, I wanted it to be great. I was so excited about like Nick Cage coming in there too, and it was just like, womp, womp. Even the director put a big thing out about it too. But that's why we need these deals to come into play to actually help these actors out, so we don't have these problems down the line. And I just don't know if it's going to end though, because people are doing AI movies online. Paul, have you ever seen the Wes Anderson ones online where they actually just have AI do all the Wes Anderson trailers? Have you seen those?
Yeah, I've seen those. And at first it was kind of cool. It was like, wow, they're doing this. And then after doing some research into it and watching videos, like there's this YouTuber named Patrick H. Willems, and he dissected why it's kind of bullshit, because it's kind of just saying, okay, if you put a character in this scenario looking straight at the camera, you got a Wes Anderson film, and it's so much more complicated than that. It's so much more. Everybody's like, oh, this is Wes Anderson if he did Star Wars, and it's not. It's just you have a similar aesthetic to Wes Anderson, but it's not it doesn't compare with Wes Anderson films. And I think there's a misconception of like, oh, we can easily do this. And you can't. There's something about a director like Wes Anderson or, say Christopher Nolan. He's going to bring something that AI will never bring to the table. And I don't think that'll ever be replaced.
It's all like, for them, it's all numbers and just like little pieces they're putting together, the AIs. They can never have that, that creative art that these, performers and these directors are putting out there. It's just not the same. And then Richard Tracy, the weird thing is the director of The Flash is being allowed to make a Batman film. I actually thought the Batman sequences he did were actually pretty great, Muschietti. But yeah, but again, like, hopefully there's no big, like, CG stuff and it looks like that again. I said that was a choice. I don't know if that was a good choice. Doesn't make a good choice. Nobody really liked it.
Muschietti is a great director. I think The Flash was it was a combination of bad timing and bad CGI. But if you watch any of his other films, he's an excellent and very competent director. So I think he can make a great Batman movie, but he needs to take the lesson from this film and just apply it to the Batman movie. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope he does. And I think he is a great director too. I just hope he does learn from it,
Great comment, Queen. That was good.
Yeah.
What was that?
They love to reward. Queen Glamazona said that they love to reward failure at Warner Brothers.
Very true.
Well, they got to keep it going. They got to keep trying something until it works. That's just what it is. And they keep that rebooting again. And they're hoping this works that time. But I don't know, this whole strike thing. It's just like, it feels like it's never going to end. It's a dream we can't wake up from.